Alright, hey Trinidad. I'm not sure if I'm responding to Woody Allen or to you, to Trinidad. So I'm just going to respond to the presentation and then hopefully we'll get to know each other better. And I have watched one of your other videos, though I didn't know it was you until I saw one of your other Hooded Negro videos. I saw your video on Derrida being a bunch of convoluted BS, I think was your basic message. And that was like a year ago almost, and it was kind of funny that I ran back into you uh, this way. Small world, I guess. But I think the basic message of your video was that religion can't really be a public thing, right? Because everybody's wrong, and we all have our own private views and understandings, and that spirituality is something that is probably beneficial to have. And if you're just an atheist without a spiritual aspect to your personality or to your understanding of the world or reality, you're you're probably going to be very individualistic because the only thing you can really believe in is yourself, right? I mean, every atheist, besides a spiritual atheist, believes only in themselves. They believe in the modern self. They believe in Cartesian man, the Cartesian ego. They believe in the I that thinks. Um, they believe in the subject separate from the object, which is why spirituality is private and politics are public. And but at the same time, when the real public, when the people, all of us, talk about politics, we treat it as though it were just like spirituality, just as subjective. So what that essentially does is it totally cuts us off from the political debate of actual politicians whose opinions, mere opinions, are actually public policy, because those opinions have been sort of dictated to us through the people because we feel totally cut off from the process. Like we're just private citizens. We're not possible politicians. That's yeah, maybe a few of us are motivated enough to do that. But when you actually become a politician, it sucks, and the political system is broken, and you have to sort of fit into one of the parties to actually get somewhere. Your chances of being like, Ron Paul, who made it as a libertarian candidate, I believe, to Congress. Maybe he ran Republican. I'm not exactly sure, but if he did run Republican, he was certainly a very exceptional Republican based on his views, or at least very traditionalist. Um, so I think you said you have a lot of paranoia, which fits. I mean, yeah, you're a Jew and you're black, so I don't blame you. I'm Jewish too, by blood, I guess. Um, and it's definitely I'm not proud. I mean, I don't want to be proud of my heritage because it seems like, well, yeah, that's part of who I am, and I guess a part of me is identified. I mean, not like I latch onto my identity, but I'm aware of my context and aware of how my family has raised me, and being Jewish, whatever that means, is I mean, it's a meaningful thing to be black, to be Jewish, to be Asian, or Chinese, or Vietnamese, or Korean, or Japanese. I'll be specific. To be from the South, to be from the Northeast, to be from the West Coast. They change. It's a real type of person. It's not just a stereotype. I mean, people are just as much defined by their ethnic, cultural background as they are by their individuality. Um, So the question is who's got God right, right? Because we know for sure that somebody's wrong about God. Definitely agree with that. You said specifically, I quote, somebody's got him wrong. That's what we know, right? But it's interesting, you said him. So God is automatically the father figure. That's just the Western tradition, the Judeo-Christian tradition. So as a Jew, as a Christian, you know, as a Western person alive in the 21st century, you look at God and you say he's a he, right? He's the father of the universe, the controller, the architect, the designer, the the judge, the boss. He's the boss of the universe. But, what if it's a her? What if it's a goddess? What if nature is a she and not a he? Then this new god, the goddess, by her very nature, is unknowable. You can't have her. She's slippery. She's everywhere at once, but nowhere specific. So you reach around and she just drifts away, and it's like you're in water and you're reaching for a handful of it, but it just squirts out. So just to say somebody's got him wrong, we're already assuming things, right? And you mentioned that curiosity kills the cat, and that you're a very curious person. And I think curiosity is important, but there's two kinds of curiosity. There's curiosity for curiosity's sake, and then there's curiosity to sort of break through the clouds. And I think the former is a scientific, or at least a knowledge-seeking type of curiosity, and the latter is a spiritual type of curiosity. The spiritual type of curiosity is in awe of the universe, amazement, wonder. It sees it as a mystery to be experienced and participated in and with, whereas the scientific curiosity sees it as a collection of objects to be manipulated, controlled, and engineered for more efficient use by my interests, by my ego, by whatever my self desires. So there's two very different kinds of curiosity, right? And I think the scientific curiosity, and I use the word scientific, I don't mean to damn science and somehow imply that science is evil. It's not science that's evil. It's science for science's sake, knowledge for the sake of knowledge, curiosity for the sake of curiosity. That is dangerous, and without some greater good to at least direct that pursuit of understanding and knowledge, we're going to get ourselves into some trouble and, twist ourselves up in knots and end up killing everything without even realizing that's what we're doing. So, enjoyed your video, and look forward to watching more of them. Thanks for listening.